Hello and welcome back to Ask Alan About Low Carb Cocktails. This week we're going to do another installment of the deep dive into Just Rum. Just Rum is a distillery. It's actually called Just a Distillery out of Sandy, Oregon, and that's their kind of running gag is everything is just something. So Just Rum, this is just a t-shirt. Their distillery is Just a Distillery, and they come out with some great rums. So got this bottle and we're going to do a taste of it and make a great cocktail. Stay with me as we dip into a great rum from Just Rum. Hello and welcome back to Ask Alan About Low Carb Cocktails. Just Rum recently released a highly exclusive exotic wood series. This first one in the series is a Cherrywood rested. This is supposed to be very good, and they only release 250 bottles of it. So it's very hard to get, but I was able to get a bottle, and I'm going to try this with you today. I've got it typed up here so it's easier to read than try to read off the bottle. By the way, this is the fancy coin that comes with all their special releases, and that's something that can get you into the distillery for their special parties and things that they have if you happen to be out in Sandy, Oregon and want to stop by. Say hi to John for me. John Hasbrock is the distiller, and he does a really great job. So rather than reading it off the small print, I do have it typed up, and so this was inspired by Brazilian Cachaça, if I pronounce that right. And Cachaça is a rum that's made in South America, mainly Brazil, and it has a very different taste than other rums. But what they did with this is they used their Queen Share rum, which is a very good overproofed rum, and 2 types of Cherrywood for aging. Then they blended these. They created this unparalleled sipping rum. The blend has notes not present in either of the base rums, and it's one of their finest releases, according to John. And we'll see, and we'll let you know what I think of this compared to the others, because their others are quite good. So it has a long, lingering finish and lasts an unreasonable amount of time. It's supposed to be very good, and I'm very much looking forward to trying this with you. So we will pour a little bit in a tasting glass. So the Just Rum Exotic Woods Cherrywood rested rum. This comes in at 47%, which is 94 proof, which is a little lower than some of their other ones, but it is still overproof, a little bit more overproof. It's not like the 55% and above, but with the lower proof, more of the taste profile should come out. So let's see what we got. It does stick to the sides of the glass pretty well. So I'm kind of getting some hints of honey. Definitely the cherry wood is there, and I'm kind of getting some like a vanilla cream a little bit on the nose. So let's see what it is on the palate. And definitely, you get like a sour cherry. I get a little orange zest, a little bit of honey, maybe grape peel. There's a little bit of, especially in the back notes, more of a almost straw, or it's hard to put my finger on it. A little more grassy taste, almost like some of the agricoles might have, but it's not over the top. But definitely, I can see where they would say that this is reminiscent or inspired by a cachaça, because there is kind of that taste in there. But again, it's not over the top. It's just kind of there and has a very good taste. So as I'm standing here talking to you, I still have a lingering taste on my taste buds and on the back of the tongue. Very long. Still get some of that honey and cherry taste, and almost some nuts, like some almond or walnut, maybe even a little closer to the shell, nut shell. And those are kind of the tastes that you get. It's very complex. A lot of stuff in here. A lot of taste that you get out of this. So definitely, it's one that I think is very good. It was a little bit pricey. It's one of the higher priced ones that he has had, but again, this is a very limited release. Hopefully, he'll start making this as a more a product that is making more bottles of it, and maybe the price won't be as high. But I would tell you what exactly the price is. I don't know the exact amount off the top of my head, but it was one of his more expensive ones. So definitely, you should check out his website anyway. They've got a lot of the basic rums that they sell all the time. Every one of them is good. And is this better than the others? It's different. I really like their maple 3-year maple, which is probably one of my favorites. Again, all of the stuff from Just Rum is really good, and something I think that you'll enjoy. So this was released he had a release party, and so at their bar they created a cocktail to feature this rum. They called that the Cherry Nobyl. Now, in this case, they spelled Noble Nobyl. I kind of looked that up because I'm not familiar with that spelling. And I'm not sure if this is the reason for it, but because they're in Oregon, maybe it is. There is a dog that was rescued near Chernobyl. I guess just outside the area that where you find all the radiation. So he was rescued as a pup, and for some reason he ended up in Oregon. He's being cared for by a family in Oregon, and this has probably been a few years. He's probably not. I'm sure he's not a pup anymore. But that dog was named Noble, and it was Nobyl. So maybe John. I didn't ask John this question, but maybe that's the reason they made the Cherry Nobyl spelling Noble in that way. And I'll have to ask him next time I get a chance to talk to him. But anyway, that's just some background. This is something that unfortunately there's a few carbs in it. I wanted to make the cocktail as the same as what they're doing at their bar, just to show you the cocktail and to try it myself. So I will go through and mention the carbs. And the stuff in here that have carbs, there's really not much you can do to decrease those carbs. I don't know of a way to not use liquor 42 for that specific taste. And Luxardo maraschino is a liqueur that's got a very distinctive taste, and you really can't get those tastes with anything that's going to have a low carb. But we'll discuss the carbs as we make this. So I've got some ice set in here, and we will make the Cherry Nobyl. So there's 1 1/4 ounces of this rum. That's almost what was left in the tasting glass, but I need a little bit more. So 1 1/4. And normally I don't have Blanc vermouth, but I went ahead and got this so I'd have the right stuff. The Blanc vermouth I typically just use sweet vermouth instead, but that gives you a little bit of a red color and a little bit different taste. So I went ahead and I picked this up. Not too expensive. 1 ounce of this will have 8 grams of carbs. If you don't have this, you can use Lillet Blanc or Cochi Americano. The next thing is the Liquor 42, and 3/4 of that will have 4.3 carbs. So right now we're at 12.3. Then we have 6 shakes of cherry bitters. And I didn't look up carbs in cherry bitters. I doubt there's a lot, but there might be a little. And just 6 shakes is not going to have a lot of volume. But bitter gives you a pretty good taste in there. And then only 1 bar spoon of Luxardo. Luxardo is quite heavy taste. So we use just 1 bar spoon, and a bar spoon is about 1/6 of an ounce, and that comes out to 1.3 carbs. And I did a little bit more, unfortunately, but so it'll be a little more of the Luxardo taste. And 2 drops of saline solution, 20% saline solution. Then we stir that to chill. And then strain that into a coupe glass. This isn't exactly a coupe glass, but it's close. And then we garnish that with a brandied cherry. I normally use the Pennsylvania premiums. Those have about 4 carbs. I'm going to guess this got 4 carbs as well. I forgot to look that up, but it does say on the back here. Actually, 3 carbs. It's a little bit less. So Luxardos are 3 grams of carbs, and this is what people typically use for a brandied cherry, even though it doesn't have brandy in it. If you want real brandied cherries, you'll have to make some. Put that in there, and let that get into the drink. And that is the Cherry Nobyl. And they had these for a limited time at Just Rum, made with this special release rum. So as long as they have the rum, they'll be able to make these Cherry Nobyls. And we'll see what we think about the taste of this. That's really, really good. There's a little bit of sweetness in there, not over the top. We do have a little bit of carbs in there, but no, this is excellent. This is a very, very good cocktail. Unfortunately, we have, well, how many did I count up? There was 8, 12, 13, 13.6 plus 3 for the cherry, so 15.6 carbs. So you just have to be aware of that. Diabetic like I am, then you have to take care of the carbs. If you're not, then that's not nearly as high as a lot of other drinks, but especially the fruity drinks. But this, for around just under 16 carbs, around 16 carbs, that's really, really good. So I'll definitely be sipping on that for a while. But so that's it. That's the Just Rum Cherrywood Rested Exotic Wood Rum and the Cherry Nobyl. The rum is great. The cocktail is great. If you get out to Oregon, definitely stop by the distillery and their restaurant and bar and tell them I sent you. But if you can get a bottle of this, it's a little bit pricey, but otherwise, just pick up one or more of their other rums because they've got some excellent expressions. There's not one of them that I didn't like. So I've droned on enough about that. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't forget to check them out. I really like their rums, and I know that there's not a single one that you can get that you will not like. But the main thing here is that this is an unbelievably good rum and an unbelievably good cocktail. So definitely check out the description, like and subscribe, comment, share this with your friends, help me to build the community. I'd like to get the people within the YouTube subscriptions up high enough to be able to do some of the other things you can do on YouTube. You have to be above 500 for that, so I'm going to get once I pass 500, I'm going to set up a drawing for a bottle for anyone who signs up for that and is over 21 and all the things you have to be to get alcohol. And so hopefully you'll be able to join in that drawing. And once we get over 500, we'll set that up. But definitely let me know what you think of this and others, and come back next time. I've got a number of things that are in the hopper for future episodes. I've got other bottles of alcohol that I'm tasting and making cocktails from, and Memorial Day is coming up, and then after that will be the 4th of July for our 250th birthday here in the United States. So we'll be celebrating that, and we'll have some great cocktails to use for that. So definitely come back, see what I've got, and enjoy your week and friends and family, and enjoy with a great cocktail. Thank you. See you next time.